On other fields, on other days. That's the primary charge for the cadets of Army. But on this field, the seeds planted by the likes of Davis, Blanchard, and Dawkins certainly have produced victory. Welcome to Michie Stadium at West Point, home of the Black Knights of the Hudson. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the James Madison Dukes, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Army Black Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Black Knights will boot it away to start the game. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Offense getting set for first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off.
Going up top. Makes the grab inside the 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to throw. It's Cook. The ball squirts free. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job on the defense covering that thing.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
Really good-looking run. And when you play Army, you know these guys offensively, they're always so dialed into their rushing attack. Everybody understands their assignment and responsibility. It doesn't matter if they're running the option. It doesn't matter if they're doing it out of the spread. They know who they need to block. And as a defense, you better limit your mental errors or you're going to have a hard time slowing this rushing attack down.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Fast motion from the offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. The quick out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. He'll try to do it himself. At the 35, he's open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Got the quick pass. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Comes out throwing on first down. And the pass is intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. That fumble in thrust territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in an empty set. Dropping back, it's Cook. He's going to fire deep. He's got it down the left. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Dukes come to the line in the hurry-up.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
That is an example of a defender just stepping up and making a play. Just gave up a big completion down the field. That's not going to happen again. That's not happening on my watch. Right away, that D lineman decides to go after the QB, and he makes a big play.
Running back searching for a hole. At the 20, he's got space. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, James Madison. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
All right, it's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Quarterback keeps it. Discards a man. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he intercepts it. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Back to throw, it's Cook. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. To the ground with the back. Open space at the 25. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Dukes moving quickly to the line. to the air on first down. Gets open down the middle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Dukes come to the line with a new set of downs. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. Fires to the big fella. At the 35, he's loose. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, James Madison, 7, Army, 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Finds his man. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands, what? SEC. SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
They'll run the sneak for it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Off the play fake on first down. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
James Madison, 14, Army, 0.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. The Black Knights will hustle to the line.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, you have the run-pass option, and you're not predictable. You can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Wants to throw on second down. He's got his man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Black Knights look to keep this drive humming. looking to move it through the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
This quarterback right now is improved, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm there.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
The aerial assault continues. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down and run. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job by the defense there, getting a stop on the quarterback behind the line of scrimmage. We know they've been burned a few times early in this game by the QB run, but they weren't going to let it happen there.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Got it. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. This defense has forced a couple of third downs, but they haven't been able to get off the field. Can they force the field goal attempt on 3rd and goal? He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Fourth and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. From the gun, looking for a man. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They'll run it from the gun. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Looking for a huge play. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
When you're a quarterback and you throw a comeback route, you really trust your wide receiver, and he's going to do what he's supposed to do. Obviously, all the way out towards the sideline, making it look like he's running way down the field. Nice connection between quarterback and wide receiver.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Here's the handoff. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Throwing right. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Fires to the middle. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Cook. Now improvising. Makes a connection. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Dukes want to pick up the tempo. He'll come out throwing on first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And he reels it in inside the 30. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to go up top on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's looking for a man on second down. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
James Madison, 21,
We're ready to get it started here in the second half. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. And the Black Knights in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He'll try to take it back. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Looking to throw, it's Cook. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes! And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
The Black Knights are stopped, but not before getting the 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Had to get rid of it quickly. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Still on the 35-yard line, they'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. After the missed field goal, still down by 21 points, guys. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Oh, they knock it free. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have... It's defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Cook. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on him throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
Looking for a gap. It's Cole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, the things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward. That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
Keep it on the ground. Got room at the 35. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, James Madison. And the stomping has commenced.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds. An excellent field position for this offense. Offense set on first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle.
Trying to beat the D deep. Makes the grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Army. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Indiana is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Hoosiers fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, he's going for it all. He's got it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some pep.
Touchdown, Dukes! And the beatdown has ensued. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
42, Army, 14.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Now 2nd and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Buying some time. He throws into the middle of the field. And that one's incomplete as they tried to hit him with a big play on the final snap of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming up. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. He's got him this time. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. And the Black Knights headed quickly to the line. They're going back to the ground. On the move at the 30. Oh, look out. There he goes. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Black Knights.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You've powered in for the touchdown and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
And the extra point was good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
21.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Cook. Feeling some heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
On the play. It's 3rd down.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Running back goes in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
And as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Army! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's perfect. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
To the air, it's Cook. Coming after him. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Going downfield for the big play. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, James Madison. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. The Black Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll give it to the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Grabbed behind the line, it's Marshall. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a 1st down. He wants to throw. Going for it all. And it's caught. Touchdown, Black Knights. Getting set for the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Back to throw, it's Cook. Unleashes one deep. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Washington had an impressive showing at home, and to do it with some of the legends of the past there, Mark Brunell, Napoleon Kaufman, and Lincoln Kennedy, what a special victory. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Brings up second down.
On second down, wants to throw it. Got a man. It's Marshall. At the 40, there he goes. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. He's going to pass. Looking for the end zone. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Release to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Golden. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
The game plan was to come in and throw the football and to attack this defense vertically down the field. I'd say they've done just that. This QB now has close to 500 passing yards.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Cook. Tosses it incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Dukes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. And the Dukes have it with a 1st and goal. Trying to slam in. Touchdown, James Madison. And the punishment has been extended. They finish it off with a touchdown and seal up this game.
Yeah, this might be what you call garbage time, and it might not really matter because you know the game's out of reach. But I like it. Keep executing. Keep finding some more plays. Hey, maybe you find a play later on down the season you might come back to and say, hey, this actually worked in this situation.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got a week to figure.
And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. The inside handoff. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Cook. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes! And the pummeling has started. On to attempt the try. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
James Madison, 70, Army, 35.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Line gets set, first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He wants a big play here late. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. After the misfire now on 2nd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They're bringing heat. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense